because it's easier when we are a team. Welcome everyone, and wherever you are now, thank you that you joined us in this presentation, in this webinar. So first of all, at the beginning of this, we would like to tell you that we are not psychologists, we are not psychiatrists, but we are just team based of 4 enthusiast volunteers who are trying to put mental health in a public space. My name is Adrian Pezdirc, and I'm a professional actor in Zagreb Youth Theater. And with my girls, I'm trying to put the mental health in public space in society.
So hello everybody, I'm Marina Vitkovic, I'm a philosophy teacher.
Hello, I'm Draga Kamparak and I'm an industrial designer, and I've been designing all printed online and installation materials for BoliMe.
And hi everyone, I'm Judita Gamulin and I'm a film director, and as a member of BoliMe, I'm working on all the videos that we made in the last 5 years.
So excuse me if we are watching on 2 different sites. We are on 2 laptops. So in one we will show you the presentation, from one we will show you presentation, and another one we are with camera. We are really grateful on this opportunity, and we would like to thank ChildHub on this possibility to present our work and for support in this whole preparation for crowdfunding campaign. In this webinar we would like to actually meet you with all our work in the last 5 years with BoliMe and what we did. And then later on, we will come on topic about crowdfunding campaign and the series Pričamo, WeTalk on English. But for the beginning, we would like to show you the video from our school program Osjećam, which means I feel on English, because somehow that video condenses everything that BoliMe is in atmospheric and artistic way. So yeah, this is.
Kao da kupiš plot toga. Kao da nemaš nikakvu kontrolu. Hodeš gradom i misliš da se gledaju samo u tebe. Što oni misle? Što očekuju? Gušic. Toliko sam godina proveo u školi, a nitko me nikada nije naučio kako izaći na kraj sam sa sobom. Boli me. Jer osjećam. Nitko me nije pripremio na ovo. Nitko me nije pripremio na ovaj topli dan kad ću se smrznuti nasred nogometnog igrališta. Ljud sam, jer osjećam. Nitko me nije pripremio na dan kada neću moći ustati iz kreveta. Boli me, jer osjećam. Strah me, jer osjećam. Sretan sam, jer osjećam. Osjećam. Jer jesam.
So you've seen the way we breathe, in short. We started doing this because we realized the need and lack of content related to supporting the mental health of young people. Through educational and artistic activities, we are trying to put mental health in public space and encourage dialogue. We believe that is the duty of each of us to value physical and mental health equally. Our primary goal is to strengthen the area of prevention and promotion, which is extremely neglected in Croatia and also in your countries. You would know better, yeah.
With awareness that we are just enthusiasts and that we need professional support for public action, at the beginning of 2018, we are starting a cooperation with professional psychologists and counselors Miranda Novak and Mihail Kozina, who are our collaborators on all future projects.
So we are quite aware that the topic of mental health is full of fear and shame. In every hour action, we're trying to point it out the fact that the overall health for individual, it's the way where you are equalizing the mental health and physical way, physical health in the same way and manner. I always like to say that feelings are something that makes us all human. And on my private, in my private life, I realized that the winner actually is the one who is saying that I can't, I don't know, I can't, it hurts me. And with that, you are actually can seek a help and try on your way to recovery. Always to question your actions in your own terms, but also, of course, in a social context. In our work, we are constantly and continuously trying to point it out that promotion, as Marina said, and prevention are key for breaking out the public space and knowledge, and the importance of affirmation of all human states without, not based on sex or gender, but on healthy relationships and behaviors. On presentation, you see those two lovely princes, because we're trying to follow NGOs around the world, inspired by their possibilities and how they are actually taking that topic as a tool. But we are aware that the citizens in Croatia and the eastern part of Europe are living in a different cultural-based societies than the Anglo-Saxons, where actually the most of current available material for public use is made. Residents of Croatia and countries in the region, due to the recent trauma of war and then the economic crisis that led to mass immigration and separation actually of all families for livelihood, are facing extremely challenging obstacles in terms of mental health. Fear, stigma and shame about emotions and mental health actually only make it harder in their try to seek professional help. On this presentation, you see actually our but our observation where the treatment is always somehow on the weight, has more weight than the prevention. And we trying with our work actually to put that two things in healthy measure. Yeah. But at the end, I think that we all should be quite open and admit that societies on Balkan Peninsula are cultivating patriarchat, which is leading to a quenching of emotions reserved only exclusively for girls and women, which we are likely to put in position of hysterical ones. And then the boys and the men, if they are showing emotions, they're always saw as weaker ones.
Okay, so it's my turn now, and I'll talk about what we did till today. In 2015, with the exhibition and video campaign Kad te boli moraš reći, meaning when it hurts you need to say it, which had 137,000 views on Facebook platform, we are realizing that the public need for dealing with topics on mental health is way bigger than we could imagine. Until that point, there was almost no talk about the theme in the public discourse. So from there, we are continuing as an initiative founded only by our private sources. And in 2016, we are marking the World Mental Health Day, the 10th of October, with an intervention in public space in a form of a public space installation. You can see as a picture, followed by the video campaign Kad te boli moraš reći Volume 2, meaning when it hurts you need to say it, with the reach of 108,000 people on Facebook platform. Okay.
Yeah, and now about the installation. The installation urges silent introspection in a metaphorical public space of collective mental hygiene. It is a call to explore inner happenings, to become aware and to recognize one's own emotions. With the installation in public space, we are measuring emotional pulse of citizens with invitation for social dialogue and possibility of caring for mental health with a list of all NGOs in city of Zagreb, where they can seek and help and support, where they can seek help and support.
So let's go now in 2017 and our program Osjećam. On the beginning of this webinar, you saw the video from that program. Osjećam on Croatian language means I feel. And the program was implemented as a part of curriculum for second year of high school in Zagreb, where we are actually reaching the most vulnerable participants of society. The 2-week program is based on interactive platform installation Soba za osjećaj, which means the room for feelings. There is a theater show in my head made by Teatr Tirena. And workshops guided by young students from and professionals from Faculty of Education and Rehabilitation Science at University of Zagreb. In those workshops, they are meeting and actually questioning the questions what mental health is, what is the difference between positive and negative emotions, what is the different, and that's maybe the biggest problem to learn for ourselves and the whole society, what is the difference between health and issues, and what are healthy relationships. The program was financed by the Health Office of City of Zagreb and supported by Ministry of Education and Faculty of Education and Rehabilitation.
During the last 3 years, program was successfully implemented in 17 schools in Zagreb, with reach of approximately 3,000 students. Each student at the end of the week got a brochure with 10 ways how to take care of your mental health, why are relationships important, and contact of all institutions and non-profit organizations in Zagreb where to seek help and support. That's the most important, yeah.
And that you can saw on this presentation, and this is the room for feelings. And during the last 2 years for World Mental Health Day, and then for 2 weeks, we had opportunity to put educational posters, how to take care about your mental health and relationships are important in public transport in city of Zagreb. In all our work, somehow we got opportunity to start with workshops. And in 2018, as a part of International Film Festival for Children named Kino in Zagreb, we gave workshops, and actually we made a side program with topic of mental health. And then a year later, we've been in Dubrovnik as a part of Dubrovnik Summer Festival, where we talked and actually tried to make a workshop with the topic of shame, and Anatomy of Shame was the title, where we actually tried to scan what shame is and where it comes from. In 2018, we also received the award from Croatian Association of Design for the best critical campaign for our interactive installation Rooms for Feeling.
Okay. Can you please do it
I
for
will.
me now? Yeah, so let's get back to the autumn of 2017 and the actual reason why we are here. On that year, during the meeting that we prepared for the World Mental Health Day, we are coming on idea to make a show where we could host all the fantastic professionals that we would like to listen to and learn from ourselves, with intention to give a different point of view on topics that we are personally interested in. So the serial Pričamo, meaning WeTalk, is conceived in 10 minutes episodes in which mental health professionals, meaning psychologists, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, in a simple and very understandable way, address the issues related with mental health. So each episode is structured around a specific theme, going from basic understanding of what mental health is, who are the mental health professionals, what are the emotions in the first place, and what we need them for, how to deal with anxiety, how to deal with shame, how to deal with sadness, how to cope with grief, why it is important to seek help when we cannot help ourselves, how do healthy relationships in a household look like, etc. These are just some of the topics that are discussed in an environment soaked in authentic basic human search for the answer, how to live well, how to be well. So we are basically searching for the answer for ourselves, very selfishly, but it makes a very healthy motivation. And what is also great about Pričamo is that indirectly, the presence of this type of a video itself helps the destigmatization of the theme and makes the theme relevant. And also for the younger generations, it makes the theme seem cool to talk about. So the first season with the 12 episodes is already filmed, and it altogether reached 43,500 views on YouTube. Also, at the invitation of the Ministry of Science and Education, the show WeTalk was included in the official material of the official elementary school online classes organized due to the crisis of the COVID-19 pandemic. But that fact didn't actually get us government funding for the new season.
Yeah.
Maybe the best way for you to meet Pričamo is to watch one of the episodes from the first season.
Just
So
short.
we are gonna take a look. La la la. This is not good. Not good at all. Just a second. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're sharing the screen.
Toliko. Ali po svim parametrima bi ja zapravo kao trebao biti sretan, trebao biti... Koji postoji te parametre? Pa ne znam, možda ja sam. Mislim, pretpostavljam vjerojatno da sam ja sam, ali ne znam otkud ta, mać zapravo i okolina vjerojatno.
Možda jedno pitanje meni pomaže jako puno u životu kad tako se osjetim da sve kao dobro, ali neka iscrpljenost ili nezadovoljstvo ide. Mi pomaže da se pita što mi fali. Ja te ispred postavljaju, pitaj se ono što ti fali. To je cijeloj slici koja je sve nešto fali. I daj si vremena, jer ne mora to biti odmah od toga, nego baš tu je važno da usporiš. Jel, kažeš, ok, zaista i pustiš to, nek se to pitanje stoji u glavi.
Kako se ti općenito osjećaš u zadnjih dana ili...
Da, ovo kako se osjećam, najrazličitije, jeli, od uzbuđenja i sreće do tužnog nekog raspoloženja, frustracije, ovog osjećaja bespomoćnosti. Tako da zaista doživljavam čitav spektar emocija i stanja. Generalno se osjećam dosta ispunjeno i posljedično se dogodi da razmišljam kako bi trebao smanjiti količinu posla koji radim, ali smijem se zato što sam svjestan da se smijem jer tako mi sve to super što radim. Ne mogu si pomoći, pa onda rezultat bude da možda ne spavam dovoljno i malo prije sam tu komentirao s kolegicom, kažem kako je to nezgodno kako sam roditelj i otkad sam postao roditelj da je konstantno kod mene prisutan osjećaj konflikta. Konflikt je kad sam tu, jel se ograničam, nešto radim, nisam kod kuće, nisam dovoljno s djecom. Kad sam s djecom i kad provodim vrijeme, prođe mi kroz glavu, hoću stići napisati ovo što sam trebao i hoću se pripremiti za slično. Znači, taj konflikt uvijek mi mučilo kako to staviti u balans. U stvari, i moja mentorica mi u jednom trenutku pomogla kad je rekla, tu nema rješenja. Nego samo, a rješenje, mislim, nema balansa, nego je biti prihvatiti. To je tajna u prihvaćanju. Prihvata da je to dio sad trenutno i bit će vjerojatno sljedeće razdoblje u mom životu, taj konflikt će bio sastavni dio mene. Znači, to sam ja. Tako da,
Okay, so we just wanted you to see a slice of the atmosphere. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Opa, okay. Now, regarding the future episodes, we dream about new and interesting protagonists from the fields of psychology, but we also imagine some of the protagonists talking from social, humanistic, and anthropological perspective. And we would also like to include more of the perspective of the young people, because among other things, the episode we did with high schoolers ended up being very successful, and we think it's very important to hear their voice too. So in the next season, we would also like to have some renowned artists from the region as guests. We are convinced that artists' perspective is very interesting in this case, because being an artist, working in art, can have therapeutic benefits, but at the same time is also very mentally challenging, and we know that firsthand, unfortunately. So regarding our future theme, we would like to talk more about our nature as social beings, about relationships, about personal boundaries, intimacy, about dealing with various external crises, about dealing with death, and about meaning of life in general.
And somehow, as you saw in this preview, we are really trying to make this conversation as something very nice, very smooth and soft, where actually the guests are also revealing their weaker parts and weaker spots, and actually they're also humans in our way and in our fight to destigmatize also the psychologists and psychotherapists as people who can help a person in need. Maybe for me, as a host, was the most interested episode was actually where we talked with the teenagers, the ex-students from Marina, from school, where we actually asked them some questions and we got answers that we didn't expect, because their points of view can be really relieving, and somehow they can help us to deal with current situation. And somehow the public point of view on the youngsters, it's always through the lens of idea that they're super lazy, that they're super uninterested, that they don't have interest in any kind of any other topics except their screens and social media and so on. But actually those people are facing now during this whole pandemic the new global crisis in health of the healthcare system and the social and society, I think, in general. We are launching this crowdfunding campaign, with the idea that we would like to record 8 new episodes, and then we would have 20 episodes which we would like to translate on Croatian language for people with hearing difficulties, but also on languages in the region. So it would be Bulgarian, Hungarian, Romanian, Albanian, and English. In all our work, we're inviting and we're trying to invite and encourage spectators to talk about mental health. Yeah, because as I said at the beginning, we are believing in society where we can talk about mental health in the same way as physical one. In all our work, we are always going through the place of kindness and to make that environment more kind to ourselves and to each other, and then in general to the society. Our plan is to put at the end of each episode pre-checked contacts of organizations. We would like that they're mostly non-profit, where viewers can seek help. And yeah, with these episodes, we think that we can actually encourage and make it better the lives of children, because we all know that providing informations that are checked and real and support to their lives with offering normalization in talks about mental health just can make them to grow in a healthy, brave people who will one day run this world. But also through this series, we're not giving just support to kids, but also to their parents who are coming with different kinds of problems, teachers and school personnel, which is always somehow put it on the margin without any idea how to give them support in whole this online thing now with this whole situation. And then, yeah, now we can talk about money issue and why institutions are not doing their job. Yeah, we will not be so harsh on them, because at the beginning they really gave us support for episodes that are online, which you can see on YouTube. But due to the financial crisis caused by COVID-19 and then Zagreb earthquake, which hit Zagreb in the second week of lockdown, the financing of this kind of projects by institutions has been paused or put on hold without any idea when this can be changed. So we're like to say that this is maybe crowdfunding, that it's coaching maybe of individual on his responsibility to support social beneficial programs and projects with only idea that only together we can maybe actually somehow a little bit small, tiny little change. Maybe in all our work, we are using mostly the social platforms with the idea that actually we can not clean the space, but give some other type of online material and content in this whole bunch of data that it's running around. This is our Instagram, and yeah, the interesting thing is actually who is following and how is following, and are they girls or the boys, and which what their age is, and so on. So this kind of projects and this kind of programs, we believe that only can help them from their safety of their home and house, but that they know that they're not alone in all these problems that maybe they have. Yeah.
Conclusion, and in short, the point of all of this is that it is really necessary to run a continuous active campaign on all platforms through the year in order to reach out the citizens and make mental health closer to their daily lives without stigma, fear and judgment towards the professionals. Our mission is to connect experts from various professions and make a content that will give them strength, placement, and a framework in which they can reach society.
Yeah. You can see the first two episodes are translated on English with our enthusiasts. Maybe our English is not the best one. Maybe we're a little bit awkward here in front of this screen, but we really, really would like to tell you and that you know that we can do this show quite good. So just take a look and yeah, you will see. And this is it, maybe. Is it?
Maybe it's enough.
We can't stop talking.
Yeah. So we are now open for Q&As if someone has some questions.
Yeah, this is what I would like to phrase as well. So dear participant, if you have any question to the team about the campaign, about their past activities, feel free to type it in the chat forum, because we are really curious about your, even maybe about your ideas regards the campaign or any suggestions.
Yeah. Thomas, do you have maybe some question for us?
Were we good?
I had a lot of questions for you, but I'm not prepared anything for this webinar now, because really it's just for the participants. So.
Yeah, maybe the best way it's there is Instagram and Facebook and YouTube platform and our web. Unfortunately, it's only on Croatian, but as I said at the beginning, the Osjećam and 2 episodes are translated, and they are 10 minutes, and maybe it's the easiest way just for you to take a look there. And if you know someone who would be interested in, feel free to share. In all our work, years ago, we shared actually those 10 ways and why the relationships are important. We actually sent to all schools in Croatia with the idea that maybe they will print those materials for schools. We never get any kind of answer, but who knows? We're giving our best in the way that we can, with the aware and fact that we have jobs that are running and that we are living from, and that this is our hobby, or how to say, yeah, that it's needed.
Maybe even just a question from my side. Can you share any personal story when a child, a youth, or a contact for you approached you and say that, okay, I watched the video and it gives me lots of idea or thinking, or so something when you felt that it was worth to invest your energy and time to this?
But there is not,
series.
as I said, I think it's always a little bit tricky because the topic is so fragile and people are always very shamefully are typing to us on Facebook, on Messenger, that maybe they coming to us because they saw something from our material and they're feeling secure to reach us. We are always trying to give them another step or contact from the place where they can seek help. And on our web, there is also the list of all professionals and NGOs and institutions where people can seek help. But yeah, the comments on Instagram are mostly positive, not mostly, all of them are very positive, and people are sharing, and yeah, it's tricky because they're not feeling secure to come with the name and surname. This is cool, or this is nice, or something, but they're giving you like, and then in those oceans of likes, they're feeling safe. But I believe and we think that even this is a huge step and something that we need to work on it. And the thing that actually people are asking for help and where they can go, it's maybe the best thing for us. Thank you. I'm unfortunately I'm not reading the Cyrillic, but thank you for good luck and hi Lana. Feel free to share everything that we have and stay tuned because on 10th of October on World Mental Health we are launching the campaign. I'm with my old
This is absolute. Thanks for your answer, Adrian, in the meantime. And I really appreciate your work because I think that even as we on ChildHub, doing this in an online manner is very difficult because there is no immediate reward. You cannot see the face of people or the eyes that they are grateful or thanking. So wish you a lot of power and energy during the campaign and even to create the videos. And I see that most of the people in the chat also say very similar and to continue to keep doing your great work. So I really appreciate your time. As there is no question arising now, let me thanks for your preparation and everything.
Thank
you. Wish you all the best success.
Thank you.
Keep going on.
Answering on every single email that we have and question because we are always a little bit lost. But it doesn't mean that we can't work. It's just for all of us. I mean, for me, on the first place, the laptop is something that I met 2020, unfortunately.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, as I said, it's for my.
Okay, super. So thank you very much for your participation today. The recording will be available soon and wish you all the best for the campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
2020.